How we doing? We're to get right to the discussion at hand. We're gonna get to some discussions at hand here. And first and foremost, I'd like to remind YouTube that creating false, fake streams with no information on them side by side that are identical to the ones with tons of information on it are exactly what you're doing to cause problems for my channel. So stop doing that, because again, it's just going to continue making you look guilty at the end of the day when you have all these things that go wrong with your platform. And we're sitting here and every day we have some sort of problem that we got to talk about. So it's pretty sad when we have to report you to the FCC because you don't fix anything. It's pretty sad, man. And you know, you didn't remove the person from the platform that was stalking me or my family. And we're having some interference and stuff like that. And it's well known that people get that this platform facilitates the harassment of people that talk about politics and stuff like that. So right at the start here, we're having some pretty major interference, and we're going to go ahead and expose that. So again, it's very obvious that we're not in any type of swipe feed. Right at the start of the stream, I have to sit here and I have to talk about how the stalker that has put our information into a botnet and a DDoS network has been sitting here and doing this actively, non-stop, ever since the support that we got on these past streams, where you can very clearly see if he's not sitting here scamming the numbers and lying about the numbers and affecting those numbers. You can very clearly see that we start to get views again. And thus, all the problems we've been having getting views these past few months have been a scam from this stalker orchestrated by YouTube to stalk, harass my family, and get us doxxed and harassed and cause problems for my channel, so that way they can sit here and use every excuse behind the scenes to cause problems. And you know, we see evidence of this. We see that, you know, we get those two concurrents in here, but then we don't see anybody after that. We see 1 and 2 cycling in and out, and we see evidence of viewer suppression right here at the start of the stream. So we're just going to call this out for what it is, right at the fucking start of the stream, YouTube. Yeah, right at the start of the fucking stream, you fucking stupid fucking piece of shit assholes. You literally do nothing all day. You go to the office and fucking jerk off all day? Do you even go to the office? Yeah, meanwhile, some people are actually having problems getting phone calls and getting certain things from employers and other people, because YouTube has allowed a stalker to scam and stalk and harass and dox street addresses and people's identities and real names and chats and otherwise all over this platform, and has cause permanent, irreversible damage to people's identities and their livelihoods. And again, we want to go ahead and continue promoting and showing the fact that YouTube facilitates this, and actually not only that, they're orchestrating all of it. Again, this happens very aggressively after we talk about politics, specifically politics centering around Donald Trump. We know that they sit here and they will help this person halt the views. They will subtract views later. They will sit here. Remember, this person that doxed my address all over his YouTube channel, and we had to call the state police because this person was posing as a family member in chat, pretending to be this family member and coming in my chat, saying sexual things in my chat, constantly coming in chat, pretending to be this person by their real name, you know, just literally typing people's real names into the channel names of YouTube channels that this person has. And then for eight months to a year, this person had streams all over their channel and was basically sitting here masquerading as if they were me, doxing their whole family. No. Basically, he was taking my information and trying to get views and siphon views to his channel, pretend he's me, you know, put my face in the thumbnail and stuff like that, and slide under the radar. Meanwhile, he has my street address typed right into the title of a video. He has my street address typed right into the title of a video. And all around this, I do myself a background check. Yeah, we go ahead and we find out, we go ahead and we do a background check, and then we find out that some scammer is apparently pretending that they live at this address with my name, but they also somehow still live in California. You want to tell me how I can do a background check and find that data is linked to somebody with my name, masquerading as if they ever lived at this address? They did not. And all also masquerading as if they have this person. Oh yeah, now we're causing some massive interference. All around saying this person is sitting here trying to overheat my device. I just want you to know that they are sitting here trying to crash the stream. So, I'm just putting that out there that YouTube facilitates scams. And right at the start of the stream here, all we're doing is sitting here not doing anything out of the ordinary, and just talking about the exact scam that they're running here. And then instantly you see those two concurrents back in the stream too. You know, it goes from 0 to 2. When we confirm that they are overheating the device and sitting here trying to cause interference, they come back in the stream exactly as the two concurrents that always monitor what I'm saying and have trackers on what I'm saying, come right back in the stream and confirm that they are in fact still listening. Okay, there is nobody else that has lived or does live at this address with my name. Period, end of discussion. Nobody has my name that's lived at this address. Nobody has ever lived at this address except this family. There's nobody else that has ever lived at this address with my name and with a different middle initial. No. Idiots. Meanwhile, I always wondered why I've had problems, you know, like you try to get like there's a credit card issue here or something like that. You want to open up a credit card or something like that, and then like you just jump through like a million hoops and you have to try to figure out why the fuck this happened. Well, it's not a big wonder anymore. Yeah, it's really not. And then you do this very simple background check just to find out this person that's masquerading as you, pretending that they also live at this address while living at, oh, I don't know, we'll just say Naples, Florida. We'll just pick that because I think that's where the actual scammer lives. I think that the person they're scamming lives in California, and I think the actual scammer lives in Naples, Florida. And you'll find out that this scammer is just masquerading as me, stealing my face, stealing my name. Meanwhile, yeah, they live in Naples, Florida, pretending to be me, because they have my social security number, they have my face, they have my name, and here I am streaming daily. So they can just steal clips of me and siphon them out of this stalker that loves to show up in my chat, pretending to be my family members, impersonating them in my chat. Oh, right, that's right. For 8 months, this person was on this platform aggressively spamming my street address in live chat rooms with 1,200 people watching. That actually happened. This asshole actually went into NBC's live chat room when I was watching and reacting to a news report live. And I was reacting to this. 1,200 people were watching this, and this piece of shit came in there and spammed my street address with my full name typed as the channel name, and it was so there. It was literally in the chat so much. It was nothing. There was nothing else that you could see in the chat, and it indicated to me that YouTube facilitated that, because if you try to spam, I prove over the past couple of weeks that if you go into any news chats and you try to spam anything, doesn't matter if it's positive, negative, you try to spam anything, they cap you. They stop you from doing it. You get halted, and then you have to wait. This person sat in here and went around that and somehow spammed my street address with my full name typed as the channel name in NBC's live broadcast of a news report we were reacting to. And again, it was so fast, the entire chat was full of it, and everybody was speaking my name, everybody was asking who this is, they were commenting on it. This stalker doxed that information and got it out there, and YouTube facilitated it. So yeah, there will be a massive lawsuit against Google, because again, they have policies for this and they're not backing any of them up. They didn't remove this person. They allowed this person to simply remove all of the content that was doxing and harassing my family. Meanwhile, he changes his name, slips into nothing, and then slides under the radar as he sits here and comes back in chat to randomly dox and harass my family members and impersonate them at various times while coming in live chat to do so. And he's also going in other live streams too. He's probably going in Scammer Payback. He's probably going in, let's say, I don't know. Let's say there's some other streamers that stream on here. Oh, we'll just pick Penguin Zero, for example. We'll just pick him. Oh, yeah, we'll just pick him, for example. I have no doubt this asshole is going into some live streams and doxing with my real name and with my family members. I have no doubt that he is actually doing this. And this is where the state police could actually get involved. And here's what they do. Yeah, here's what they do. Because the morons in charge don't know how to use resources and how to spend money, what they do is they buy big, really big fucking toys. They get new guns and squad cars and shit like that. And instead of spreading those resources out and hiring some good cops and promoting training and resources for the community so that these cops can help people better and understand their jobs better, these cops proceed to do the same things every day, regardless of how fast technology is moving and how much people can be harassed, exposed, and used for identity theft and various things on the internet. I literally just watched a video of somebody that was like committing some check fraud, where they're walking into a bank with a check or something like that, and cashing it and stuff like that. And obviously it wasn't them, but like by the time they had figured out that it was not real and not the correct person and stuff like that, they've skipped town. And this is a pretty common, like, who hasn't heard of some sort of check scam like that? Which is why, you know, like, a lot of people don't even accept checks anymore and stuff like that. Like, so what I'll say is, again, when this is being facilitated right in front of you by this platform, by YouTube, and you're not restricting that, you're not looking at that with a skeptical eye and causing more restrictions, not on the people speaking out, which is what they're doing. They're restricting me speaking out so that way you don't hear it. No. You should restrict the person doing it instead of enabling them. They're rewarding these people. These people want to disappear into nothing and slowly steal your viewership, slowly scam you out of everything that you own. They have a plot and a plan to slowly obtain your life. They want to steal your identity, or force their way into your life somehow in some sort of really invasive, schemy, disgusting, slimy method, where they're pretending to be people's friends and helping out and stuff like that. Yep, they pretend that like they're helping out, and they convince people of things, and they lie to people. They will scam you and convince you of things, and it will become your friend and convince you that they're trying to help this person that's close to you or something. Like, really, they're just scamming that person. They're just scamming them. So they're trying to convince you of this and that. No, you're the idiot. You're the moron falling for the scam. Did you give this person information? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're at fault then. And you know, you need to be vigilant about that. You need to realize that the moment that you do that, you're the idiot. Yep. So that's what this, all around all this stuff going on all over the world, where scammers in other countries are stealing billions and billions of dollars every year. And this stalker is sitting on here very obviously trying to do that, very obviously trying to manipulate a situation where he is part of this existence, where he is also included in whatever this is. He is trying to steal money, steal identity, force his way into people's lives. Okay, so a 2023 ARP study calculated that Americans over 60 lose $28.3 billion each year to fraud. $28.3 billion each year to fraud. So, when all under your noses I can very clearly see somebody learning and using and all the stuff that he has been able to obtain through his sneaky, slimy, disgusting, harassing and stalking means. And I see him coming out of the woodwork all by simply being triggered by me talking about certain political subjects. This is YouTube facilitating terrorist attacks. Because again, this person disappeared into nothingness. They were scared. They had disappeared. They hadn't said shit. They deleted all their stuff that they were... Yeah. And then, conveniently, after we did a stream, again, talking about all the things that Joe Biden did, that Donald Trump took credit for, that Joe Biden actually did. As soon as we did that again, that's right, we started to see all these problems with that next stream where, again, views halted. We see a fake stream with the same title as it, sitting there posted for some scheduled thing that it's not scheduled for, that nobody did. This person literally just sits there and does these things. You know, I went on there earlier on my browser. This person's hiding these things. And it wasn't there. You know, this is the whole fucking point. Just like all the other things that they hide for me. See how the one concurrence coming back and forth, how there's nobody in here? It's not a normal trending stream. It's just 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. See it? 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's called a scam. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. That's called a scam. There's no swipe feed. Yet if I'm here and I swipe, oh wow, look at that. A streamer. Oh, hey, and guess what? Guess what? Look, YouTube is dumb. Look, this is the third one down, too. Look, you remember how I told you how we normally choose people and blogs and stuff? Yeah, so they scammed it. Yeah, we didn't do that this time. And this is what I wanted to show you. YouTube lies. These are lies. It's made up. It doesn't matter what you choose. That is completely made up. They have so many trackers on what you say. It's all that. It is completely made up. So that was what I wanted to show you. We chose politics today. And no lie, it was stream after stream of like the same bullshit. Like, what is this? What is this? 200 people watching that? Like, this is the fucking point. Like, this is the stupid shit that you see. And again, like, somebody driving. Oh, man, that's so terrible. Look how distracted he is. Holy fucking shit. Like, you know, like, this is what I'm talking about. We're literally sitting here putting these things in the stream on purpose. YouTube is doing this on purpose. There's no politics here. Yeah, like, there are no politics in this fucking swipe feed. It's all people and blogs because, again, YouTube is fucking trash and they lie. What the fuck is this? What is this? It's all people and blogs. Fucking retards. Like, YouTube is fucking retarded. So, alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, morons at YouTube. Here we go. Here we go, fucking retards. And again, we want to remind you that every day there's some sort of interference here. Every day there's like some sort of new type of interference where we clearly see the stalker is sitting here behind the scenes trying to figure out how we're blocking him out, how we're doing things, how we're investigating this. He's trying to get hold of police and stuff like that. He's literally trying to get your information. That's what he's trying to do. Literally the day that I said that I submitted this to Scammer Payback to look at, he came in my chat impersonating Scammer Payback. He came in my chat pretending to be Pierogi. He actually came in my chat pretending to be Pierogi using his picture and his likeness. He put his picture on a channel and typed Scammer Payback and was in my chat saying slanderous, nasty things to me and saying, they're not going to help you, harassing me. Basically, this entire channel, at a certain point where very obviously he was creating a scam where he was adding my name, harassing my family, adding my name in the streams he was stealing, disrupting my stream so it would accidentally bring up end stream screens and then trick all these viewers watching me into going to his channel. It's a scam where it siphons you into their channel. That's what he was doing to my channel. That's what this piece of shit stalker that was literally had a stream with my street address typed in the title of it was doing. And for an entire year, he had pictures of my family members overlaid over the tops of the streams, literally was just typing their names over these pictures, their relationships to me, literally just sitting here re-streaming my streams daily. Just re-streaming them over his stream as he's playing a game. He's just sitting there re-streaming them over his streams with all these pictures he stalked and found on Facebook, which he also created several Facebook accounts, and Facebook removed him immediately. He created false scam accounts on Facebook pretending to be several family members, just like he does on YouTube, and Facebook removed him immediately. They considered that a serious threat. Because this is how people steal identities and stuff like that. This other person that's pretending to be me, it's probably using my info to scam people or whatever. I'd be willing to bet Scammer Payback is aware of it and they're not doing anything about it. This is what's annoying. I like them, but I don't like their attitude. I don't like Pierogi's attitude. He's such a dickhead. He's literally just a fucking dickhead. That guy literally posted on his channel right today. You should go look at what he posted today. Go look at the post. He's a dickhead. I already emailed them. He's a fucking dickhead. So again, regardless of what I can prove, you can look into it instantly and prove a whole lot more than I can instantly. For me, I gotta go through lawyers. I gotta go through law enforcement. You already have been doing this. And you're gonna post something like that. You're gonna literally just do that and be a dickhead. Yeah, I think you're a dickhead. I think that you kind of do it for the money, and I think that you do it to show off a little bit and to show off your ego. Because I tried to be nice and you know, like, this is the whole thing where, like, when somebody claims that they do something to help people and then they very clearly ignore certain people. Like, I'm talking about I'm not talking about just me, I'm talking about like an elderly person being taken advantage of here, and they're ignoring it. So, it's not my problem. Like, seriously, they want to look really bad. I'm just going to tell you the truth at the end of the day, and that's what's scary to YouTube and other people. That's why they're sitting here and they're doing this. I'll just tell you the truth. I'll literally just sit here and I'll just tell you, yeah. Yep, that's what's happening. Multiple people are being taken advantage of. Somebody of advanced age is already being taken advantage of. And interference with our cellular devices. AT&T is a fucking retard. They're stupid. They can't figure it out. Or it's them doing it and facilitating it just like YouTube. Meanwhile, you sit back and you go, let me just continue down my path that I've already carved for myself so that I can ignore all these other people that are seem meaningless to me at various times. This is the point. When you start doing that, you look to me exactly like a police officer that chooses not to like arrest somebody or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the way you look to me. Like it'd be like if you saw somebody like stealing a bunch of money from somebody and you were like, okay, that's fine, you can go. Okay, that's fine, you can go. Yeah. And then meanwhile there's actually people on here taking advantage of other people. Like they're not looking into any of that. No, they're not. I guarantee you, they're not looking. I guarantee you, they're not. They don't care. They're not investigating YouTube. They're not. So the FCC needs to hurry their asses up. What's the FCC doing? You guys have my report. You have plenty of screenshots. I sent you plenty of screenshots. I sent you screenshots of them impersonating police, giving me police orders in chat. And I also showed you many times that this person typed my street address in chat. I gave you screenshots. You saw firsthand that this person had my street address typed in the title of a video. And not only that, you saw that I had all these email chains, and I explained to you I had all these email chains back and forth of YouTube of them acknowledging this but not doing anything about it and never removing the person. And then all this person did is take the stuff down and change his name. And now he's sitting here momentarily coming in the stream like I always explained would happen, and he's just doxing, just coming in with people's real names, impersonating them. He just starts typing in chat with somebody's real name typed into the title of his stream. Yeah, like his channel name is literally somebody's full first and last name, and he just starts typing in chat. Sometimes he has their picture right there on the channel. He's got their picture and his icon. Oh yeah. And the reason this is political is because I called out the fact that Donald Trump watches people's streams because that guy's a fucking douchebag. That guy sits there and hangs on to every word every fucking person says. He literally is the biggest child on the planet. You really think he doesn't? No, you have no clue. He doesn't actually work. Most people that were around him that talked about him, which, by the way, they got to shut up. He paid them off. But basically, the people that were willing to talk and talk about their time with him, basically they indicated all he ever does is watch fucking TV. He literally sits around and watches TV, he watches YouTube, he watches the internet, he listens to what people say. Just like when Fauci corrected him back on COVID, he didn't care. You know, everybody thought he was going to tear into Fauci. Oh, he was wrong. No, he didn't care. Didn't give a shit. He literally just he stood there and he cared more about the fucking ratings. Listen, man, nobody wanted you to lay into Fauci for calling you out, but at the same time, how about caring about the things that matter? You care about the fucking ratings? What a joke. So I called out the fact that YouTube sat here and was very obviously putting trackers on everybody that watches my stuff. Well, let's say, I don't know, the president tunes in. Let's just say that. Let's just say the president just happens to tune in. And YouTube, being the unsafe piece of fucking shit garbage platform that it is, can use trackers and just throw them on all kinds of shit. And track everything you do, flat out, downright listen to a device. Look right through your camera. They could do it right now if they want to. They look right through the other side of this camera if they want to. It causes that stream disruption. So this is what's happening. Yeah, they're doing those things. They're looking through the other side of the camera. They're fucking around with the stream and causing those problems. And then that causes that outcome. So here's what I'll say to you. The fact that you are very obviously making it very clear that you can do these things, your platform's unsafe. This stalker followed me around, sat here, and daily is showing you that he can sit here and the botnet that he exposed us to, the DDoSing network he exposed us to, is sitting here daily trying to steal my internet, knowing the speed, sitting here daily trying to disrupt my cellular devices, and knowing full well that the Donald fucking dickhead Trump sits here and watches things if we say, and we bitch about him and we hate on him and stuff, because he wants to listen to what those people say because he can't stand it. So therefore, as I type Donnie Dickhead slammed in the title and stuff like that, and I actually do put him in his place, and I actually call him out, and I call out all these voters and stuff like that, it becomes very difficult for them to stop him from actually finding out about this. So he watches. Guarantee it. He watches everybody that talks shit, just like Scammer Payback watches everybody that plays Halo. Well, I guess you shouldn't go around fucking saying that, should you? Oops! You know, I sat here trying so hard to fucking tell you that was the crutch, and you just literally, you basically made fun of it. So, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. And also, again, I want to tell you that like, I'm your friend, I am not an enemy. If I say fuck you, it's to help you. It's literally like, no, fuck you, you were wrong. I'm not an enemy, and maybe like evil, disgusting, weird people say fuck you and made it in like some sort of nasty. No, this is like fuck off. This is like, you were wrong. Fuck you. That's it. That's all it means. It's not hateful. People are so hateful. There's no hate. I don't even hate. Donald Trump is not even somebody I hate. We don't hate. That's the point. This entire platform it promotes that. The more you hate, the more they promote it. That's what they promote. We rage out about stuff. We have a certain tone. They start promoting that shit. Yep. And this is the point. You don't want to own up to the fact this DDoS network is trying to track Trump. And very clearly is. Successfully doing so. There's 2 assassinations on Trump's life. 2. Why would I have any connections to... You think I have any connections to the if you're in another country and you actually think I have connections to the President of the United States or almost any real normal citizen, you're fucking stupid. You have no idea how anything works. President of the United States doesn't associate with people on a normal, regular, everyday basis for a reason. And just as I confirmed that, I also confirmed that they started sitting there and causing problems for the device immediately, trying to overheat the device. So I just wanted to tell you that immediately that started happening. The very second that I started saying the thing right there about Donald Trump. So YouTube is facilitating this, and I can almost guarantee you that if you conducted a thorough investigation and gutted YouTube and gutted Google for all its trackers and all its worth, you would eventually find out it was their fault that Donald Trump had 2 assassinations against his life. All the trackers, all the stuff that everybody shows everybody and flies around the internet, it's just their fault at the end of the day. It's Google's fault. It's Google. It's Google. Google has everybody's information. Everybody can find everybody. Just like I was able to find this jackass that's masquerading with my name. So you want your fucking proof? Okay. Well, I guess you should have not been an asshole. Yeah, I guess you should have just put some faith in a human being, Mr. Christian. Mr. Oh, I'm a born again Christian. No, all you do is you sit here. All you do is you sit here and you judge people based on what they say and how they act. How does that measure a man? Unless my actions actually, unless I'm actually, somebody's evil, currently harming somebody else, the whole point is what I'm doing is calling things out. I am getting your attention. I am dragging it out. Because nobody else is doing it. Everybody's like, duh, let's go through the motions. Let's keep going through the motions. Duh, let's go through the motions. Oh, we'll just keep doing what we're doing and not call out Google, and not call out Google, and not call out Google, and not call out Google. We'll just keep trusting this company and this platform and not call out Google. And then you see the stalker who's been sitting in here the whole time. Remember how I told you this guy sits in the stream and he sits there and he likes and he dislikes, he likes and he removes it? That's what this person's doing right now. You see that? Nobody sits in the stream and nobody does that. Nobody sits in the stream and trolls the goddamn like button. Nobody is this goddamn childish except for this person. So, this person has made this really consistently abundant that when this stalker that exposed my entire family and is doxing my address and did all these things, came in chat, said all these sexual things about females in my family and exposed their pictures to people online, exposed their names and stuff like that, making YouTube accounts, impersonating them, coming in my chat, saying sexual things. This person right here that's sitting and hitting the like button and removing it. This person in the stream right here that's been in this stream the whole time, that's been fucking around with my cookies all throughout the night, that came in my chat last night on that stream, last night when I was playing games last night on a channel with somebody's name typed right into the name of the channel, literally first and last name right into the name of the channel. You come into the chat and you start typing things with first and last name right into the name of the channel, doxing people right in my fucking live chat. Yeah, Google is paying you money to do that. And Google is facilitating terrorist attacks because, again, this happened all right after I was talking to you guys about how, again, we proved again through AI, using the AI, because the AI compiles all that fact and all that information on the internet and compiles it for you and goes yes or no. And we were confirming with the AI that, yep, Donald Trump sits here and takes credit for everything the Democrats did and doesn't actually ever do anything. Yep. And he was very triggered by this again and proceeded to harass and stalk my stream, cause problems for my stream. This is terrorism. Because again, it was, the motive was that. This happened right there, and that was the motive. So, here we go. A whole fresh one. Here we go. Hey there, why don't you go ahead and please confirm and tell us a good number of things, if not all the things that you can compile, that Joe Biden did during his term in office that were good things, that impacted the country in a positive way, that Donald Trump tried to take credit for and didn't actually do. Could you go ahead and do that for us, please? give it a little time here. Remember, this person is very triggered by this. Okay, so you see him sitting there confirming he's in the stream. So the feds, or whoever, you know, if you're a pen tester or something like that, and you're looking into this, there he is. He's confirming that he is in the stream right now. Find him, please, because that's who does that. The person that sits there and hits that like that. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is hitting the like button and then removing it, hitting the like button and then removing it, hitting the like button and then removing it. Nobody is that weird and harassing. People don't do this. Here it is. There you go.
Accomplishments from President Biden's term that... Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively impacted the country, and that former President Trump has at times taken credit for, despite having inherited or built on them.
That's right.
Military recruiting surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022, along with recruitment, marketing, and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep decline. The Army exceeded its fiscal 2024 goal, and the highest monthly recruiting surge in recent years occurred in August 2024, before Trump's November win, cite Turn News 30 Sign. Trump falsely claimed the boost was solely his. Non-partisan fact-checkers awarded him 3 Pinocchios. Pat insulin pricing cap. Permanent cap via the Inflation Reduction Act, 2020.
Hold on.
Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively impacted the country, and that former President Trump has at times taken credit for, despite having inherited or built on them. Military recruiting surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022. Along with recruitment, marketing, and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep decline. The Army exceeded its fiscal 2024 goal, and the highest monthly recruiting surge in recent years occurred in August 2024.
It did.
Before Trump's November win, cite Turn News
Absolutely.
Thursday. Trump falsely claimed the boost was solely his. Non-partisan fact-checkers awarded him 3 Pinocchios. Insulin pricing cap, permanent cap via the Inflation Reduction Act 2020.
Free Pinocchio. He's Pinocchio. He's Pinocchio. See how we have interference here? See how we have, we can't even get through the speech. They're sitting here trying to use the stream to figure out how to disrupt the speech. So I just want to let you know, anybody in the stream, that's what's happening here. They're trying to figure out how to use my internet, just like with my phones. And you see he confirms, he hits with the like button. No, I like that I was able to do this attack on your internet, and I was able to commit this attack. He confirms with a like. He likes the fact that he was able to attack my device. He sits here and he confirms with that like. He sits here and he causes that problem, and he causes it twice in a row to confirm, yes, I have absolutely caused an attack on his device and stopped his device from doing what it was supposed to do. Just like earlier, he was working on that with the other devices in the network and in the house to do these things. So like I said, doesn't matter how many times we change our IP address, we're in a DDoS, we are in a botnet. Just like I said, when I was in a private game in Warcraft 3 Reforged, I'm in a private game and nobody can join that game, and suddenly a bunch of people start joining a private game I have hosted by myself. A private game on Warcraft 3 Reforged by myself. You cannot join this game. Nobody can join this game. Why were there people joining my game? Why was it happening all throughout the day? Why were people joining my private game? YouTube, why did you facilitate this? Why did you allow this? All the times that this happened in Hearthstone, this is exactly what was going on. anybody entering a private game, that actually is an attack, and the feds can investigate that. The question is if lazy Kash Patel, that leads the FBI, is going to actually do anything, or he's going to literally just sit there and jerk off all day while he listens to Trump tapes. Yeah, he jerks off to Trump tapes all day. So we'll just confirm if they try to cause this interruption again.
From President Biden's term that positively
really
should be no reason, and that former President Trump has
stream's going just fine.
Credit for.
No interruptions. Stream's going just fine. And again, I want to call out the fact that this is the definitive thing that they do. They break things. They break apps. They break technology. This is what they are weaponizing. So the longer you take to do this, the more this happens, and the more companies are going to realize it's happening, and the more the federal government is going to soon be sued by all of these companies for doing nothing. The FCC has a report. I have filed a report with the FCC. If you'd like to sue them for doing nothing, I'm on board. I am with you. Because I have news for you. The FCC has a report. And I'll show it to you. And I'll also show you the report that I sent to the state police. I'll show you the body cam footage of the state trooper in my house talking to us and taking a statement that sexual things were being said and that somebody's mother was being impersonated, and they were saying sexual things and impersonating these people in chat. I'll show you. I'll go ahead and make sure that we get that body cam footage. And I'll go ahead and get the state police to comply with legal means, since they're not doing that already. So we'll just go that route. And again, we'll contact MSNBC, we'll contact the Washington Post, and we'll start contacting media outlets to start covering this and to start suing the federal government, because the federal government under Donnie fucking Dickhead is not a government. It's an autocracy. It's a fucking dumpster fire bowl of shit. And it is being attacked by terrorists all around the world because it can be. Because there's no restriction. Because your government won't exist anymore.
Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively impacted the country, and that former President Trump has at times taken credit for, despite having inherited or built on them. Military recruiting surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022, along with recruitment, marketing, and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep decline. The Army exceeded its fiscal 2024 goal, and the highest monthly recruiting surge in recent years occurred in August 2024, before Trump's November win, cite Turner News 13 armed.
Yep.
Trump falsely claimed the boost was solely his. Non-partisan fact-checkers awarded him 3 Pinocchios.
For lying, because he's a liar.
Insulin pricing cap, permanent cap via the Inflation Reduction Act 2020.
Notice how it's not so slow, right? Remember when it was talking before, it was like slowed down, almost like somebody was disrupting it? Remember that? Yeah. Isn't that kind of funny how it got through the speech quicker that time? Do you remember how I randomly started playing a music video the one day of Black Label Society? And they slowed, the music itself was played at the incorrect speed. This is actually copyright infringement too, playing music at the incorrect speed, stuff like that. But basically, the idea that he's sitting here doing what he's doing to flood the ports. I'm not going to tell you every little technical detail, but he is flooding those ports. It's not actually him, it's the DDoS. He's actually not that talented. He's the guy they're using. And so you want to use him to get to them. This is a DDoS network, and he's helping Russia. He's facilitating Russia to take over the United States. He's an inside man, he is a terrorist.
Biden's legislation limited Medicare insulin costs to $35 a month, benefiting 3.3 million seniors, a structural change, cite Turn Search 28 some. Trump, in comparison, only implemented a temporary pilot program with very limited scope, cite and turn search 284. Lowest black unemployment rate.
Wow.
Record low under Biden.
Under
In
Biden.
April 2023, black unemployment dropped to 4.8%,
Wow.
surpassing Trump's 2019 low of 5.3%, marking a sustained improvement. Cite
Yes, it
turn
did.
search 20. Massive infrastructure and industrial policy.
Trump never did that.
Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Bipartisan $1.2 trillion investment in roads, bridges, transit, broadband,
From
water,
Biden.
and more. 1 to 4. Turn search 6. Chips and Science Act. Over $50 billion to bolster US semiconductor manufacturing, strengthening national security, and reducing reliance on overseas supply chains. Turn search 24, turn search 3, turn Reddit 25, turn Reddit 27. Inflation Reduction Act. Nearly $500 billion for climate initiatives, clean energy tax credits, Medicare drug price negotiation, and more. Site turn search 24, turn search 3, turn Reddit 27, search 1. Trump has sometimes portrayed such large-scale investments as bipartisan or even as results of his policies, but these were uniquely Biden's initiatives. Economic recovery and job growth, record-breaking creation. Biden oversaw creation of 16 to 17 million jobs, the highest for any single-term US president, along with consecutive months of unemployment below 4%. Cite turn search 9, turn Reddit 29, turn search 7, turn search 24. Strongest G7 recovery. Post-COVID, the US led G7 nations in GDP growth, unemployment reduction, and household net worth. Site turn search 19, turn search 22, turn search 3. Our foreign policy and national defence. AUKUS Pact, SEP 2021, a trilateral alliance with Australia and the UK. Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively impacted the country and that former President Trump has at times taken credit for, despite having inherited or built on them. Military recruiting surge. Surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022,
Wow.
along with recruitment, marketing,
did.
and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep decline.
Yes, he did.
The Army exceeded its fiscal 2024 goal, and the highest
Yep.
monthly recruiting surge in recent years occurred in August 2024,
Yep.
before Trump's November win. Site turns in News 39.
Yep.
Trump falsely claimed the boost was solely hidden.
And I'd also like to point out that the stalker and harasser, I'm going to use this this is for court evidence later. He's liking and unliking to affect the trending on the stream. So as he likes and unlikes, it tricks the algorithm into thinking that somebody is actually actively removing that many likes. So this is for court evidence later. We're just stating this for the court so that way you know why he's liking the stream. He's literally just sitting in the stream. That way you know why the views are actually less on the stream. Sorry, I misspoke. This is for court evidence later. This is so that you know why there's less views on these streams. This stalker and harasser that's doing this sits in the stream and waits until we're doing this, and he likes and removes it, likes and removes it, and this is a way for him to affect the trending of the stream. This is a way for him to absolutely affect the trending of the stream in a negative manner. And so you see, literally it tricks the algorithm, it tricks their system into not sending more in here. And you see he gets nervous. He starts coming in the stream with alts, with real names too, with people's real names typed into the title of the alternate channel, and starts saying nasty, harassing, stalkerish things. And again, literally just saying anything that he can to trick their system to de-escalate and untrend the stream and otherwise lose viewership. This is what he has been doing on the channel for literally years. He has been doing it. He did it to several other streamers too. He's been following them around too, just because they networked with me. And now he's following them around too, and he's stalking them and causing problems for them too. It's literally all just this guy. The the streamer that I talked to, where he broke your gift button was broken. I know you still watch the channel, so don't pretend like you don't. The gift button was broken. Yeah, he did that. It's just him. He's doing all this stuff. So, just a heads up to anybody out there. You know, it's not anything personal over the years. It's literally just about drawing out who's actually doing this. I know that if you're a streamer and stuff like that, you don't typically want to get on and necessarily announce what's broken all the time. But for me, when nothing ever works, I have to get on and I have to start calling this out and whistleblowing the fact that YouTube is facilitating this and doing this on their watch. This is them. There is no shred of doubt in my mind. 100%, 110%, this is Google. Facilitated. You find the news article of the FCC having investigated Google, decades ago for leaked information, web-based Wi-Fi data that would absolutely be able to cause this to be happening to many Americans, and this is actually possibly why so many old people started getting scammed, and why Scammer Payback can even do what they do, is all because of Google. So for you to sit on here and for you to make little posts that are very obviously my situation while not helping, you're a complete asshole. And that's what that entire channel is doing. Scammer Payback is literally doing that. They have a report, this is happening, they can see it happening, and he made even a post today on his channel as Scammer Payback. Not the scammer, I'm actually talking about the channel Scammer Payback. They are literally actually doing that. They're not helping at all while being rich. That dude's rich. That channel is rich. And they could help. They have all these resources. Meanwhile, all they'd have to do is end this guy. They don't even have to reach out to me. They don't even have to they just have to end this guy and make his life miserable so he can't do this to anybody. That's all they have to do. And meanwhile, instead of doing that, they're making a post about how if your mom or dad or somebody in your family is being scammed, to contact them and yada yada yada. I sent him an email message months ago. Months ago. Months. And they are fully aware that other family members of mine are being used. You can see that anytime he gets on there. He has abilities and tools to see that. He's no dummy. So the fact that they're sitting here making it a joke at other people's expense shows their true colors. They're not even Christian. They're just using that as a weapon. He's saying that he's a Christian and meanwhile representing opposite values. He's actually sitting here making fun of somebody's harassment, somebody being harassed. And meanwhile, this does affect my anybody in my family that is being impersonated. This affects their identity, this affects their job. Like, I've applied to over 200 employers. Over 200. They call back, but then after I get in touch with them, there seems to be some sort of kind of discrepancy and sort of frustrating, weird experience where we can't seem to get in touch with each other back, and things sort of kind of get lost in the data. That's actually really happening. So as I said, I'll be honest with you about I don't care. With me, I'll just be honest with you and tell you the dangers. That's what I've always done, because the point is to educate people that don't understand how this stuff happens and don't understand why it's dangerous. And I got news for you. Like I said, after leaving my one job from McDonald's after 5 years of being harassed, I gave them 4 weeks notice to be nice. I'm the nice guy. I gave them 4 weeks notice. I stuck with it for another month. I dealt with that bullshit. Yeah, 4 weeks notice, and I could have just walked the fuck out the door. And I was making, again, I went from 11 something an hour to making fucking 20 something an hour. Instantly out the door, and I wasn't even a manager at the place I worked at next. And I was there 5 years. And all they did was lay off everybody in the facility. Yep. The only reason I don't have a job, that's right, is because a company laid everyone off and opened up their facility 2.5 hours away, conveniently, while offering automation. Conveniently taking everybody's jobs and replacing them with automated robot arms and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to reprimand this company or talk crap about them. I'm just telling you the truth. Because they took care of us. They gave us severance. They laid us off. Yeah. It wasn't at all bad. At all. I have nothing bad to say. So the question remains, why the fucking hell? Yeah. And the only thing that's left. Yeah. The only thing that's left, you pass the phone interview, you pass the actual interview, and then you just don't hear, huh, I wonder if some stalker is doing something with my information. Gee, I wonder. And I wonder if he's local. Huh. Gee, I wonder. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry.
Its non-partisan fact-checkers awarded him 3 Pinocchios.
Oh man, that really
Insulin
went back
pricing
there,
cap,
didn't it?
permanent cap via the Inflation Reduction Act 2022. Biden's legislation limited Medicare insulin costs to $35 a month, benefiting 3.3 million seniors. A structural change. Site
This
turn
is all the
search
stuff.
28 some. Trump.
This is all the stuff that Biden did that Trump took credit for. All the stuff, not all of it, but a good bit of it, that Trump tried to take credit for that Joe Biden actually did. And all you gotta do is look it up. Joe Biden did all this stuff.
In comparison, only implemented a temporary pilot program with very limited scope. Site and turn search 284. Lowest black unemployment rate. Record low under Biden. In April 2023, black unemployment dropped to 4.8%, surpassing Trump's 2019 low of 5.3%, marking a sustained improvement. Site turn search twin. Massive infrastructure and industrial policy. Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Bipartisan $1.2 trillion investment in roads, bridges, transit, broadband, water, and more. 1 to 4. Turn search 6. Chips and Science Act. Over $50 billion to bolster US semiconductor manufacturing, strengthening national security, and reducing reliance on overseas supply chains. Turn search 24, turn search 3, turn Reddit 25, turn Reddit 27. Inflation Reduction Act. Nearly $500 billion for climate initiatives, clean energy tax credits, Medicare drug price negotiation, and more. Site and search 24, turn search 3, turn Reddit 20, turn search 1. Trump has sometimes portrayed such large-scale investments as bipartisan or even as results of his policies, but these were uniquely Biden's initiatives. Economic recovery and job growth, record-breaking creation. Biden oversaw creation of 16 to 17 million jobs, the highest for any single-term U.S. president, along with consecutive months of unemployment below 4%. Site turn search 9, turn Reddit 29, turn search 7, and turn search 24. Strongest G7 recovery. Post-COVID, the US led G7 nations in GDP growth, unemployment reduction, and household net worth. Site turn search 19, turn search 22, turn search 3. Our foreign policy and national defence. AUKUS Pact, SEP 2021, a trilateral alliance with Australia and the UK. Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively impacted the country and that former President Trump has at times taken credit for, despite having inherited or built on them. Military recruiting surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022, along with recruitment, marketing, and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep decline. The Army exceeded its fiscal 2024 goal, and the highest monthly recruiting surge in recent years occurred in August 2024, before Trump's November win, cite Turner News 39. Trump falsely claimed the boost was solely his. Non-partisan fact-checkers awarded him 3 Pinocchios. Insulin pricing cap. Permanent cap via the Inflation Reduction Act 2022. Biden's legislation limited Medicare insulin costs to $35 a month.
Notice how it's just looping now? Did you notice that? So, I wanted you to notice that they are doing this. This is a terrorist attack. And now they're doing it to try to break ChatGPT, as you can see. So again, all that's going to happen is one of these organizations is going to sue the fucking shit out of Google, and Google's going to literally just shut you down. And the federal government's going to step in, because the federal government uses Google. So I got news for you. You're going to get shut down.
Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively impacted the country, and that former President Trump has at times taken credit for, despite having inherited or built on them. Military recruiting surge. Surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022, along with recruitment, marketing, and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep decline. The Army exceeded its fiscal. Here are several notable accomplishments. Here are several notable accomplishments.
We'll get through it. We could just pull it from the previous. Yeah, we could just pull it from the previous.
Here are several notable accomplishments from President Biden's term that positively.
You see, what they do is they break various things, like
taken credit for,
like the swipe bar. They've broken that swipe bar for months. You know, the little swipe bar at the top where you can actually swipe at different parts of the speech answer. Yeah, they broke that, so I can't do that. If I try to swipe toward the end, it just goes like it's exactly what they do to YouTube. So again, this is all you can confirm is that YouTube and Google are facilitating this, because that's the only way they could do it with that much expertise, is Google is actually doing it. Because again, it's just like a previous, it's resorting to a previous known version, just like all the views when they come off later. It's just resorting to a previous broken version. So like literally they just corrupt it as the answer initially comes out, so that way later it just goes back to the initial corruption point. And this bar at the top, right here, see, it's never correct. This bar right
despite
here,
having inherited or built on them.
This is how they broke
Military
it.
recruiting surge.
Like literally, it's like this.
Surge initiated under Biden. The Biden administration launched the Future Soldier Preparatory Course in August 2022,
Broke it.
along with recruitment, marketing, and leadership initiatives, reversing a steep.
So again, it's very, very important. It's very, very important that the feds actually do something, because they're tracking the president with this. They're trying to break your devices, his devices, and your things to eventually attack the president. This is what they're trying to do. And I don't care what anybody says behind the scenes, this is what this can be used for. So if I see this, Donald Trump is no different, like a U.S. citizen than anybody else, in my opinion. And, I see this as an attack on all of us, as it's an attack on him. They're trying to track him and everything he's doing. again, I want to remind you, I condemn assassinations and harm on the president. We don't hate him, we don't want him in office. We condemn the things that he does, okay? Just like I would condemn killing Putin. Even though Putin has done all the terrible things he's done, I still don't agree with killing him unless that's the absolute last resort. Osama bin Laden, you know, that's a little bit different. That guy's trained to hide. That guy's trained to pull. I mean, that guy pulled off September 11th and then hid away, and the CIA actually trained him. Yeah, our federal government trained him. So, this is the point. And these guys are using, it's just like before, these guys are using the training they got from the CIA and got fired. Yeah, like these guys are probably ex-CIA, or like they got trained or something and got rejected. So now they're all upset and now they're just doing this shit.
.3%.
You better take this seriously or it's going to eventually blow up in your face.
Search,
like I said, all it's going to take is for a big company to sue. And you're going to have to do something. The feds are going to have to do something.
Massive infrastructure and industrial policy. Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Bipartisan $1.2 trillion investment.
Some actor or something is going to be killed. And it's going to be through this. Through what they did here, or the president's going to be targeted, and then you're going to take it seriously, and only then. You're going to wait until it's actually, you're going to wait until there's an attempt on Trump's life, and then you're going to do something.
Investment in roads, bridges, transit, broadband, water, and more. Search 24 search. Chips and Science Act, over $50 billion to bolster U.S. semiconductor manufacturing. Strengthening national security and reducing reliance on overseas supply chains. Search 24. 3 turn Reddit 25. Turn Reddit 27. Inflation Reduction Act. Nearly 500.
Yeah. They're still doing it. So we have active terrorists interfering with your app right now. I just wanted to let you know that, if letting you know that would actually help you do anything. Because as we announced this on the stream, I don't know if you remember us having conversations before about interference with your app and stuff like that, and interference with my cell devices, but we have active interference right now from a terrorist attack and somebody that has been stalking my YouTube channel and attacking my family all on YouTube and doxing our addresses right all over YouTube, and YouTube is actually facilitating it. Google is helping it and facilitating it, and so we're having interference now. You actually I can't even play your responses out loud without them being interrupted or dismissed halfway through. So could you go ahead and just repeat everything that you just said in a new response, please? Yeah, so what I learned is that AT&T does not set your... AT&T has your IP address as one thing. So if you've been doxxed or if you've been scammed or something like that, switch carriers. AT&T is a disgusting... They're terrible. And again, I have been back and forth with them to the store. This is a brand new phone. Brand new. I'm not going to tell you the phone that it is, because I tell you and then they have more information. Just like with my PC, they randomly come in on all these alts trying to get me to tell them the exact model of every little fucking thing. Well, this is what they're trying to do. And they've been making a list over the years. And I've been keeping tabs. I've given them false information. I've given them accurate information at times. And I want to see what they were able to do with the accurate information. I gave them nothing like an address or a name or anything like personal. It was more like technical data, like just like what a monitor's brand was, or something stupid like that. That like a streamer could easily be talking about and be trying to boost that brand or something like that. But then this scammer can sit here and take advantage of the fact that this streamer is boosting, like, oh, I don't know, we'll just pick Samsung. Yeah, maybe we'll just pick Samsung as just an example. Yeah, maybe we'll just use Samsung as just an example, and we'll say that this company has all these trackers based out of Korea. And so now this streamer does a lot of reaction videos to, oh, I don't know, we'll say K-pop videos. And other people in South Korea also watch these K-pop videos and stuff like that. Oh, suddenly you're starting to put two and two together, and how Google facilitates this, aren't you? How they should have safety features for this behind the scenes, how nobody should be able to do these things and find this out. And all around this happening, all around me talking about this, complaining about this on the internet, let me remind you that other companies put little warnings and fail-safes in place that indicate at various times, like I remember this one time, I saw right after complaining about something on a stream, and then I went to log into a device. Our employees, it was like a disclaimer. Our employees do not have any more information than you provide on here, or something ridiculous like that, basically like a consent sort of thing. And it was like, oh my god, do you not see what's happening here? Like, all they're doing is, they have the trackers too, and they know what's going on. They're keeping their mouths shut and just protecting themselves. All these big companies do it. Scammer Payback does it. Even they do it. They're an organization. They have trackers and abilities to use those cookies and trackers. It isn't exactly them per se, it's the data broker that they go through. It's like here.
I'm really sorry you're going through something so serious. What you're describing, being stalked, doxxed and harassed, especially if it's happening across platforms like YouTube and through your personal devices, is extremely serious and potentially criminal. While I can't intervene directly, here's what you can do immediately for your safety and to try to stop the interference. Immediate steps to take. 1. Report to law enforcement. If you're in the US, contact your local police department or FBI field office to report cyberstalking, doxing, or threats.
Because there are federal
Mention the use of
crimes
platforms, YouTube, Google, etc., and include as many screenshots, URLs, and timestamps as possible.
Which I have.
Hab 2, secure your devices. Use a different device and network, like a friend's phone or public Wi-Fi, to report the abuse if you suspect your network or phone is compromised.
And they can
Perform
do
a
it there
factory
too.
reset on your phone if you suspect malware or stalkerware. Change all account passwords from a secure, clean device.
They claimed to have
3,
crashed.
report.
I was on the phone with AT&T, and the lady was laughing on the phone and stuff. I don't know. I personally think AT&T is not taking it seriously. So to the feds investigating, I think AT&T is actually hiding things and like kind of playing along with whoever's doing this. And I think whoever's doing this might be a pen tester, but they're doing illegal things. You have to realize this person is sitting here harassing and doxing my street address on YouTube where other people live. And it affects, like, he comes in as like various other family members pretending to be them, saying sexual things. That affects their job. If somebody would think that was them, that would affect their performance. It affects whether, you know, like you guys sit on here and you say, oh, get a job or something like that. If I actually told you what's actually going on, it would be crazy. If I actually told you, like, you would immediately realize what's happening. Considering my work history and my job performance and my references and stuff like that, I have an impeccable job performance history to speak of, and have literally never, ever not been able to immediately Like I said, that job I left at McDonald's immediately. I went somewhere else, and no problem. And like I said, this stalker arguably comes locally, comes from somewhere else. We all know that employees harass other employees after the fact. We all know this. So, I just want to remind you guys those things as I talk about all this. And I am not going to say a lot about that, but I have my suspicions at this point on who it is. And if the state police want to ask me again who I think it is, I'll give you a list of people this time. Instead of saying, I don't know, I'll give you a list of people who I think it is this time. And then you can go ahead and interview those people. And we'll go ahead and start with some people that think they're close enough to me that they can give information to stalkers and stuff like that. We'll start with them because they're the ones giving that information and being nasty to begin with. They're following me around and stuff like that, keeping an eye on, not minding their own business. Like when you are close to me and then you start doing those things and you start acting like a fucking parent or something like that, looking after a child, you need to mind your own business before I put you on full blast, because you're the adult following around another adult and harassing them. So I will put you on full blast for all the lies that you've told over the years and things you've told about people and jobs out of context and stuff like that, if you want to go ahead and go that route. But that's not the point. The point is that somebody else is using that person, and they see that situation and take advantage of it. So the whole point is that scammers and terrorists have become aware of the massive anxiety situation that the US faces, and have become aware that morons put it all over Facebook. I don't, but other people do. And your family follows you around, looks at your shit, talks about you. So they follow them around, they listen through their devices, and they react. And these people don't ever clean their cache, they don't clean their trackers, they don't fucking know. They think they're top of the world, they think that what you're saying is complete conspiracy, nobody can do this, and they'd be wrong. Pierogi from Scammer Payback can sit here and listen to you from your device, from his PC, anytime he wants. Anytime he wants. He can just sit here and listen to you on your device, if he wanted to. If he does it for too long in the United States, that's called wire fraud. He's allowed a certain window because he's an agent of something or other. Something or other. So, these people become like commissioners of the internet, and they're not doing it right. They're just doing it for certain people. It'd be like if the police showed up to like a crime, right? And the person behind the counter like just got held up at gunpoint, right? And the guy's still standing there with the gun, right? And he's like, he already threatened to go after her family and stuff like that. He knows her name, he's seen her face. And then the police come in, and because she's yelling and swearing and stuff, and she's like, get this motherfucker out of here, I want to see this fucking asshole ever fucking again. God, why the fuck did you let this fucking shit happen? How the fuck can't you be here every fucking day and do your fucking jobs, you fucking cops? And because she does that, the cops just go, oh, fuck you, and walk out and leave. And then let the guy shoot her and take the money. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. That's what happens to every single scenario where the police don't do anything before it happens, and then somebody gets scammed, their identity's stolen, and somebody is like $50 or $60 or $80,000 richer, and then somebody else is literally broke, loses everything. Yeah. That's what it's like. So anyway.
Platforms, YouTube, go to the channel's page violating your privacy, click the report flag and select harassment or doxing. You can also submit a legal removal request here at support.google.slash privacy. Google, submit a complaint if they're indexing doxing content through Google Legal Help /support.google.com/legal.
I've done that hundreds of times.
For
Hundreds.
digital protection
Hundreds
services,
of
look
times.
into services like Delete Me, Safe Shepherd, or Mozilla Monitor to help remove your personal data from the internet. Now, here's a repeat of the previous response, without links or interruptions, for clarity. Key accomplishments of President Joe Biden that Trump tried to claim credit for. Military recruiting. Under President Biden, the military reversed a recruitment crisis through programs launched in 2022, including the Future Soldier Preparatory Course. The largest recruiting surge happened in 2024 before Trump's election. Trump falsely claimed credit for this surge. Insulin price cap. Biden's Inflation Reduction Act permanently capped insulin for Medicare recipients at $35 a month. Trump had a limited pilot program that didn't achieve the same scale, though he often claimed credit for broader insulin affordability. Black unemployment rate. The lowest black unemployment rate in US history, 4.8%, occurred in April 2023 under Biden, beating Trump's previous record of 5.3%. Infrastructure and industrial investment. Biden signed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and the CHIPS and Science Act, directing billions to roads, bridges, broadband, and domestic chip manufacturing. Trump claimed credit for infrastructure progress that occurred after he left office, though he failed to pass his own major infrastructure bill during his term. Economic recovery. Biden oversaw creation of 16 to 17 million jobs and the lowest unemployment rate in decades. The US recovered faster than other G7 nations after COVID. Trump has tried to take credit for the rebound despite it happening under Biden's leadership. Foreign policy. Biden strengthened alliances, formed the AUKUS military pact, expanded NATO with Finland and Sweden, and coordinated counter-terrorism strikes. Trump has occasionally referenced these developments as results of his own foreign policy, though they were executed by the Biden administration. If you need me to repeat this again in a downloadable format or text file, e.g. for law enforcement, I can do that too. Let me know how I can assist further. Your safety and clarity are priority here.
Can you go ahead and remind us of everything that Donald Trump took credit for that Obama actually did, please, if you don't mind? We're going to start investigating these banks soon. So it's quite a long.
Absolutely. Here's a detailed list of notable accomplishments or trends from Barack Obama's presidency that Donald Trump claimed credit for, despite their origin during the Obama administration. Major Obama-era achievements Trump took credit for.
Yeah.
1. Declining unemployment. What Obama did, inherited an economy amid the Great Recession 2009 with 10% unemployment. Under his administration, unemployment steadily dropped to 4.7% January 2017. What Trump claimed, Trump frequently said he created the greatest economy in history, ignoring that he inherited an already strong labor market trend from Obama. 2. Job growth. What Obama did, over 11.6 million jobs were added during Obama's presidency, especially after 2010. What Trump claimed, he took full credit for the job growth continuing into 2017 to 2019, despite the same growth trend having started years earlier. Hammer 3. Stock market growth. What Obama did, from 2009 to 2017, the Dow Jones Industrial Average nearly tripled. S&P 500 and NASDAQ also saw historic growth. What Trump claimed, Trump often said the market was booming like never before, implying his policies caused it, while much of the post-crisis rebound had already occurred under Obama. 4. Veterans Affairs reform. What Obama did, signed the VA Access, Choice and Accountability Act in 2014 to address delays in veteran care. What Trump claimed, Trump repeatedly stated, "I got VA choice," though it was passed under Obama. Trump later signed an update to the law in 2018, the VA Mission Act, which built on Obama's legislation. 5. Auto industry bailout. What Obama did, approved $80 billion in loans and bailouts in 2009 that saved GM and Chrysler. The industry rebounded strongly by the mid-2010s. What Trump claimed, later boasted about the success of American auto companies, suggesting it stemmed from his actions, though he played no role in the recovery. 6. NATO defense spending. What Obama did, in 2014, NATO allies agreed to increase defense spending to 2% of GDP by 2024, an Obama-era negotiation. What Trump claimed, Trump said he got NATO countries to pay more, though the increases had already been agreed to before his presidency. 7. Energy independence, oil and gas production. What Obama did, US oil production nearly doubled between 2009 and 2016 due to domestic shale and fracking growth. What Trump claimed, often said he made the US energy independent when the US had already become the world's #1 oil and gas producer under Obama. 8. Pre-existing condition protections. What Obama did, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, prohibited insurers from denying coverage for pre-existing conditions starting in 2010. What Trump claimed, he said he saved pre-existing condition protections despite supporting lawsuits and bills that would have weakened or eliminated them. Manufacturing jobs recovery. What Obama did, after the Great Recession, over 900,000 manufacturing jobs were added during Obama's last 6 years. What Trump claimed, Trump often said he brought back manufacturing, ignoring that the sector was already rebounding under Obama. 10. Budget deficit reduction. What Obama did, though the deficit was large early on due to recession-related stimulus, it dropped from $1.4 trillion in 2009 to $585 billion by 2016. What Trump claimed fiscal discipline, even as his tax cuts and spending hikes caused deficits to rise again, nearing $1 trillion before COVID. Bonus, Iran nuclear deal and foreign affairs. Trump often took credit for isolating Iran economically, even though many of the sanctions and pressures came under Obama's Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, and International Coalition Bill. Summary table claimed by Trump, actually done by Obama. Unemployment drops. Unemployment drop fell from to 4.7%. Booming job market, steady growth after 2010, 11 million plus jobs added before Trump took office. Stock market rise, Dow nearly tripled during Obama years. VA Choice Act, signed by Obama in 2014. Auto industry recovery, rescued via 2009 bailout and restructuring. NATO defense spending increases, negotiated and agreed to under Obama in 2014. US oil independence, US became top producer under Obama. Pre-existing condition protection, key feature of Obamacare, ACA, passed in 2010. Manufacturing resurgence, strong rebound from 2010-2016. Budget deficit improvement dropped sharply from post-recession peak. If you'd like, I can also break this into a downloadable or printable format, or compare it to Biden's and Trump's actual records. Just say the word.
Screenshot the amount of time left versus the amount of time we normally have, because there was so much overheating that affected the length of time that I could actually use the device. And we have been documenting that this person has destroyed property previously. They've destroyed Elden Ring on Xbox Series X. I cannot play that game. I had to physically get another copy of this game if I wanted to play it. It does not function. And again, my cell phone device it appeared to not be working for X amount of time, no matter what anybody at AT&T could do, including myself. So that's sort of the point. So we got a new cell phone, and still all this is happening, and even AT&T can't figure out, according to them. So, We have documented with that with the cell phone company, and we will be proceeding forward with continuing to document all of this and showing that somebody is destroying property here and absolutely stealing internet. Basically making it so our internet bill costs more, electricity bill costs more, all kinds of things, like essentially causing our resources to expend fast and stuff like that. They are literally intentionally causing devices to pull more power so they draw more electricity. Essentially the scam here is to cause us to spend like basically they're trying to calculate the difference between how much we were spending that they thought we were spending versus how much we'll spend in the future to fix these things, to try to figure out how much we have to play with as far as like Americans and stuff like that. I guess that's probably their scam, I don't know. But it's definitely very obvious that they are using means to operate guerrilla warfare on our soil. And this other person that's being used to do all of this is just being facilitated through YouTube and being manipulated through Google, through their means. But they're all being manipulated to facilitate these attacks that are actually happening. And again, even our cell phone company, with their reputation and everything backing them, couldn't figure it out and claimed that when we called them, their entire database and all their computers went down. When we were on the phone, and we got hung up on several times. We had several disconnection issues, and these are direct connections. When you're talking to your cell phone provider, they can directly call you. Works a little bit differently. So I find it fascinating that that they're already this integrated, and the federal government isn't doing anything. And it's all been reported, being documented, and there's evidence of it, yet nobody's doing anything. And I'll be honest with you, I've said all this out loud and even reported it again to Scammer Payback. Why the fuck wouldn't you guys do anything? Why wouldn't you do anything? And again, knowing that AT&T was the breach before, where you talked about how AT&T was the breach before, it breached several people, pen testers and stuff before, and you're just going to ignore this? And act like this ain't happening? Are you kidding me? This affects you guys. That was the whole point. I put myself out there to tell you what I saw was happening because I saw you guys are vulnerable. And now I'm being attacked for it. This is what I get. This is what I get for caring about the people that do those things and not giving a shit what happens to me. Yeah, now, again, it's up to you if you have those resources and stuff and they start reaching out and affecting other people. I'll take care of me. But the fact that this is happening to them and getting to them, well, then you need to do something. And the whole point was to show you so that you would do something. But again, you just make post after post showing that you know about it, but aren't doing anything. And I have sent you email. I could literally read the email right now. I gave you plenty of information. If you gave this a second thought or a second time a day, you would have realized what was going on, but you didn't. Like, you just... Again, like, I really think this is a very judgmental thing, where people look at this a certain way and very dismissive about it, and that's why I feel the certain way that I feel, because time and time again, people are just super dismissive about things. I see this all the time, all the fucking time with, it's just like all the other bullying on the internet, where, Koreans take their own lives, like K-pop idols and stuff, because of the things people are saying on YouTube and stuff like that. And people don't take it seriously. They just don't care. They don't give a shit. And they do nothing And then it even gets worse. And then people follow me around and show just how nasty they are, that they will threaten to kill people. They will call people names. They will use this platform for bullying and for tracking and for stalking. And then meanwhile, all these things actually happening, people are being stalked online and harassed into killing themselves. And all around me telling you that you know, there's definitely an ultimate goal here. The ultimate goal is to remove the person that is smart about these things, to somehow remove them and just, you know. So obviously it's a little hard to remove me. So they're going to great lengths to confuse and otherwise deceive. Yeah. And meanwhile, all they're going to do is then attack. That's all they're going to do. It's exactly why these people want the certain person in office that they want in office. Because other people put regulations in place. Well, when this person's in office, they don't give a fuck about those things or regulations. Just like when I prove that when a certain person gets elected, conveniently right after getting elected, this stalker shows up and gets super aggressive with everything. Conveniently after a certain person is elected into office, a certain Donald Trump is elected into office, suddenly this person feels justified and just getting super aggressive and stalking and being harassing. There's nothing else that happened. This is a terrorist attack. This person lives on our soil too. Who knows if they're an actual citizen or not? Yeah, but they live here, and they're terrorists from within, and they're being manipulated too by actual terrorists. Pretty scary world. And meanwhile, these guys are bringing up, remember how I told you I told a certain streamer something that would remove cookies, trackers, yada yada yada, and I knew he was irresponsible about it because the very fucking next day this thing had ads all over it, and I never had ads on it before in my entire life. I've always been using this thing, it always worked great, and the very next day after telling this guy about this thing, suddenly it has ads all over it. He's the leak. Him. He tells everybody everything. Or his shit is so fucking looked under a microscope. People are listening to him every second of every day, so hardcore that, yep. And that's really what it was. He got hacked. I remember that. He even said he got hacked. And so they got to me through him. And I told him that was going to happen, but they did. And, you know, the point is, you can't go on here and you can't. Yeah, he was very irresponsible with certain things, and just said certain things like there's some things you can say, obviously, and there's some things that you can't. And this person knew that he was being sort of trolly about it. He didn't believe that they could do certain things that they could do, and he would troll that. So they knew right firsthand what he wouldn't believe. And they knew what they could use to take advantage of him because he didn't believe that they could actually do these things. So all it takes is for plenty of people to believe they actually can't do whatever it is they're doing. And they can do it. And you just never believe that somebody could just be sitting here staring at you through your phone, listening to you through your device, staring at you as you stand there and you talk about these things or do whatever it is that you're doing. But they are. And that's what these networks do. They sit there and they spy on you and they wait for information. They're just listening. They're waiting for you to talk about your social. They're waiting for you to talk about your birthday. They're waiting for you to talk about this, talk about that. And Donnie Dickhead doesn't give a flying fuck about wire fraud because he gets up to plenty of wire fraud of his own. Yep, Donald Trump commits wire fraud, I'll bet, pretty regularly. I mean, his people just sit there and have leaked fucking have leaked war plans on unencrypted. Yeah, I mean, they're sitting there texting. Listen, none of this should be a secret anymore. When war plans were leaked out, just because an idiot in the Trump administration text something, yeah, because he sent a text message about something. There shouldn't be any kind of, like, you think this is conspiracy, or you think, no. People, if you don't think that people can't fucking sit there and get your goddamn text messages after seeing that, if you think that they don't just look at your text messages, especially someone like that should know about this, is supposedly, hired for this job. Oh, right. So that should give you some sort of indicator as to the types of people this guy hires. These people don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're idiots, every last one of them. And these people know that. They take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that Scammer Payback is very obviously for Trump. Very obviously for Trump. They take advantage of the fact that these people are fooled by slogans and a face. Are you kidding me? You're going to vote for the most unchristian guy in the world? You're going to vote for that guy. Literally the guy that proves he's so anti-Christian, so anti-American with everything he fucking says. Everything he does. You don't look at what he does, you just listen to the lies. Yeah, and then later he's answering questions, and then he answers a question and he reveals things that he accidentally plans. Oh, I didn't say that. Don't worry, in a few years we're going to have the election rigged so you never have to vote again. Remember that? Remember when it happened, this past election? Do you remember that? Remember when he accidentally tells the truth? And Donald Trump's a goddamn terrorist. That fucking guy does not give a shit about this country. Do I think that you should harm him? No. Do I think he should be removed from office? Yes. And once again, these people are using this. They could very well use it to track him. All these things and all this stuff that I've explained, they could very well easily use this stuff to track him, and they probably will. They're always going to use your whatever to get to whoever. And not only that, but you really, really don't look very Christian to me. Like, you just look like somebody that's, once again, really super rich, using that to your advantage. You're using the, I've seen the light, I was born again, and you're using it to your advantage to get more audience. It's literally even South Park said this. Everybody does this. And it's so disgusting that you use God like that. You had plenty of times to do this, but now that you fucking that you're an asshole and people are questioning your integrity, now you're born again. Oh, okay, all right. How about do something? Don't pick and choose who you fight the fight for. How about you fight the fight for people, and not just who you deem is worthy. You, Mr. Christian over there. So that's what I have to say to the Christians that say stuff like that, and then they don't actually you know what I mean, like it doesn't hurt or harm anybody to help. So it's like, why do you ignore somebody else's harassment and stalking and torment? Meanwhile, you help somebody else and prop up somebody else while this is going on. Yeah, you're contributing. You're actually contributing. Someone sees that and sees you ignoring it. Good job. Yeah, good job. Hope you feel good at the end of the day, because I don't, and a lot of other people don't too. I have to go because they've shortened our time. They fucked this device up. Bye.